That's right, guys. If I were standing in this exact spot a week ago, my head would have easily been underwater, but now you can see the lake bottom is caked in mud. My feet are easily 2 feet within the soil, and some people's boats are completely gone.
But what can you tell us?
If you didn't have the opportunity to come today, you can actually come tomorrow, and the American Red Cross says they need blood now more than ever. Now, previously drivers could speed down Luther Drive, but now there's a 4-inch speed table in the way in an effort to slow them down, a move that the university says will keep students and pedestrians safer. In addition to women's health care, Senator Jones also provided his perspective on gun control following last month's El Paso shooting. Natalie's early morning conversations about race relations followed the school's decision to fire its campus police chief after some Facebook comments that the university found inflammatory. Venice, Italy is known for its winding canals and transportation by gondola, which isn't cheap, but tourists can expect that price to increase as the local government is beginning to enforce additional fees specifically for tourists. McClendon was commissioned by the city to paint a mural that displays Troy's story, giving her the chance to make her mark literally on the downtown square. Whether you smoke cigarettes or even vape, a new federal law changes the age to purchase tobacco products from 19 to 21. And you don't have to go far to stumble upon some dancers, you just have to follow the music. Before you put that cash on the counter, you may be limited on what you can purchase if you're not 21, and I'm not just talking about alcohol. Whether you smoke cigarettes or even vape, a new federal law changes the age to purchase tobacco products from 19 to 21, meaning that some Alabamians who went into shops such as this Murphy USA gas station could buy one day but not the next.
It's infuriating.
Before the start of the new year, the Trump administration raised the age requirement as the government continues cracking down on young adults using nicotine. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that 5.6 million Americans currently below the age of 18 will die early from the substance at this rate.
Hey, how you?
Tiffany Johnson works at the Troy, Alabama Murphy USA and says those below 21 are shocked every day.
I usually get like a few just about every day that I work. I know I just had one customer probably like 30 minutes ago. He was like, well, I can fight for my country and stuff, but I can't, smoke a cigarette.
The government's decision left some people confused. Those who feel like they are responsible enough to have nicotine. They say it's like cutting cold turkey.
Why would they let people my age get addicted to something and then make it illegal for us to get it?
I don't normally watch the news and stuff like that, so whenever I went into the gas station and tried to buy nicotine, it was more of a shock because I had been buying it for so long.
Pike County is picking up the pieces after a tornado struck the city of Troy Sunday morning. Crews worked to restore power lines on Highway 231 next to the Double Branch Lounge, the bar's bus being towed with visual signs of damage. Social media is bustling with images from Hunter's Mountain Mobile Estates, where homes and vehicles have flipped over, leaving some residents thankful they were weather aware and stayed with friends for the night.
I just stayed there last night, slept on the couch, and this morning I was very thankful around 7 a.m. when the tornado came through and then all that happened. So that was just kind of a blessing and God looking out for us.
Downtown Troy also feeling the effects of the storm, with street signs down and buildings like this Advanced Auto Parts store in pieces. A semi-trailer is left on its side next to this Adult Day Health Center, a state-funded business which provides adults and elders with food and a place to gather.
I was just devastated by everything, about all the business here around by me. I was just speechless. I just couldn't believe it. But I just thank the Lord that we wasn't in business. I really do.
Now, outside of this Adult Day Health Center, you would expect that this rubble would be some kind of awning or something left over just from the storm, but the owner tells me that this was not originally here and it was blown here by some harsh winds. This sheet metal and frame were blown from another building up the road. Wright said her fleet of vans, which were used to transport clients to and from the center, were all damaged by this hunk of metal and debris.
I think the first month probably gonna be critical because all my vans were destroyed. I had 4 vans where I pick them up. I just really thank the Lord that the clients were not here, and I was just devastated when I saw everything. It just didn't look the same.
For now, the city is looking forward and continues to rebuild. In Troy, Brady Talbert, Troy, Trojan Vision News. The state of Alabama's bicentennial or 200th birthday is coming up this year, and the city of Troy is commemorating the state's history by reminiscing on its own. Just across the street from the Johnson Center for the Arts, Alex McLendon patiently paints the city's newest mural while balancing on a ladder using scaffolding as shade.
I've been working for a solid 2 weeks, minus the days that it rained last week, and I've had help from local high school students from Charles Henderson and Pike Lib, and their job was to come out and to put all the base coats on. So if you see like this black and then these gray areas down here, they painted all of that, and then my job is the detail work.
Now, McLendon was commissioned by the city to paint a mural that displays Troy's story, giving her the chance to make her mark literally on the downtown square. The city wanted a mural that told Troy's story by showcasing the area's people and places. The buildings depicted in McLendon's work may look familiar, as each is a landmark to the city, a city that her family has called home for many generations.
I was born and raised in Troy, Alabama. My family has lived here all their lives. My grandparents, my great-grandparents. So I recognize all of the people, all of these buildings. So it's it's a lot more personal to me to be able to be asked to do something like this. And so that's really special for me.
The mural will be unveiled at a ceremony on June 24th. Until then, you may catch McLendon doing last-minute touches on East Walnut Street. Downtown, Brady Talbert, Troy, Trojan Vision News. World travelers visit Rome each year to walk these very cobblestone streets, which have been here for centuries, but the Italian city says that some of these streets will soon be replaced to make for smoother roadways. The plan is set in stone. 68 avenues in the capital city will soon be ripped up and replaced with asphalt, in hopes of improving Rome's uneven streets and potholes, which are known for causing bumpy rides for motorists. Rome resident Alexandra Bianchi says she hopes the government's decision restores and even beautifies the city.
I hope this political class will bring the beautiful city back to the perfect, and Rome come back beautiful.
You may be wondering where are the stones going. The city said the cobblestones pulled up will actually be reused, relaying 118 streets with stone, in some cases even replacing the asphalt that lines parts of Rome's modern shopping districts. The stones were first laid in the 16th century here in St. Peter's Square in the Vatican, and have since expanded into Rome. While St. Peter's Square is safe, some tourists say the area is losing ties to its past.
Here in Rome, it's beautiful, but the capacity of people that come through here, not just in a day, but within an hour, is massive to say the least. So the city, I can see where they need the city to be not just historic, but functional. And sadly, with time, infrastructure goes down and you have to replace it, but they're just making sure that it's level. But they are sadly having to mess with history.
The city says the project will begin later this year. So, when in Rome, you may be roaming newly paved streets. In Rome, Brady Talbert, Troy, Trojan Vision News.